Paula. How's your day? Hey Zo. Hey Molo. Hey John. Wow. Cool, man. Nice seeing you guys. Hey yo. Hey Micah. How you guys doing? I'm good. I took down some notes just in case, like, because I watched the past 2 episodes and my thoughts weren't really concise. So now I now I made notes. Yeah. Para may sound effects na. So now I made notes. Hi Jazz. Jace. So now I made notes just in case. So at least it's more fluid. I would really enjoy, hindi naman kita if you guys ask questions. Like no one else can see your questions, only me. So I can, if ever you have questions, I'll say them out loud so everyone else can hear it. But I won't say na lang who asked a question. So if you guys have questions, just ask. Like I enjoy answering the questions. So today's topic, TS, Toasted Shop Housing. Right. So hi Job. Wow. What's up guys? Cool. Alright, so today's topic, let's just brief overview of the past 2 days. The 2 days ago we talked about how they're keeping us in a fear-based setting and how they imprinted in our childhood and with the things that we watch and the things that they tell us, all these conditionings, which brings us to like the next stage of even when we grow up, like how they condition us through our schooling, the institutions, and religious conditioning. And a while ago, like actually I was thinking about really something really twisted, like Catholicism, for example, because that was the topic for the first episode. Catholicism is like, if you think about it, isn't that like if they present you with the body of Christ and the blood of Christ and they make you eat it, isn't that like cannibalism in a way? It's like substitute cannibalism. Parang the bread is the body of Christ. They're making you eat the body of Christ and drink the blood of Christ. Like, no. You're not supposed to eat flesh. You're not supposed to drink blood. It says in the Bible. And why is the Catholic Church making us do this? Because in a way, like, there are so many reports coming out, like how the Vatican is connected to one world order and like how they're supposed to be satanic in a way. So anyway, after that, we were also talking about yesterday how about the 5th dimension and other dimensions, and how, well, actually yesterday's topic was kind of heavy. So today we're gonna make it a bit lighter since we need the balance. We need the balance. Today's topic are the keys into unlocking our the next dimensions within ourselves. Paula's exactly how I feel when we were kids. She got sermon daw. Yeah man, like if you question the elders, medyo papagalitan ka nila, like demonyo ka ng bata. Diba? Walang hiya. Yun nga yung sinasabi nila. So, in the 3rd dimension, those are the emotions that they imprint on us. They imprint fear, they imprint hate and these stuff. In the third dimension, it's more of lack, ignorance, hate, greed, and it revolves around war, stuff like that. In the fifth dimension, it's a dimension of abundance. It's a dimension of knowledge, of love, of giving, and of peace. And how do we achieve that? We achieve that with reprogramming our brains. Like all these conditionings that we had when we were younger, and all these conditionings that we get throughout the years of living, we reprogram these things. Like we stay away from the. How do we reprogram these things? We stay away from the things that we know are against, like the fifth dimension, or the dimension of what we want for ourselves, like the dimension of abundance, the dimension of knowledge, dimension of love, of giving, of peace. This is what we have to push. This is what we have to reprogram in our brains. And another topic what we were talking about yesterday was the sleep state. The sleep state is actually the closest thing we have to death. It's the same chemical that DMT. You guys heard of DMT? DMT is a drug that you can find anywhere in nature. Like acacia bark has DMT. I think weed has kind of a bit of DMT. What else has DMT? Shrooms has DMT. And this is the chemical that secretes in your brain when you die. When you die, they say it's supposed to be the ultimate trip. This also happens when we sleep. This chemical secretes in our brain, which brings us to the next dimension, the dimension of the astral realm, basically, the realm beyond this one. Because energy does not sleep, does not stop. Like where does our consciousness go when we sleep or when we die? It goes to another dimension. It goes to a place around us. The fifth dimension is just around us. Actually, it's not. It doesn't stop at the fifth. It's like it just keeps going on and on and on to infinity. The fifth dimension is the closest one we have next to ours. The fourth. That's why I don't mention about the fourth, is because this is the dimension that right now we are in. This sharing of knowledge from me to you is the fourth dimension, the dimension leading up to the fifth dimension, which is the dimension of knowledge, the dimension of abundance of knowledge. This exchange is part of the fourth and fifth dimension. It's the giving of knowledge and you receiving it. And in that, what we all want is peace. And in the sleep state, this is where we can reprogram our brains. This is where the healing can happen. This is where we can channel like our ancestors, or we can channel other beings that we wanna talk to. But like as yesterday, what we said, just don't channel it. Like live a life of happiness and love and joy, for you to channel the right beings, the right spirits, the right entities. And they're just around us, like entities of light. If you surround yourself with light, then these entities are gonna approach you as well. Like if you vibe in their frequency, you'll notice that more positive things happen. Yesterday we were talking about the three lower chakras and how they control us through those three chakras: the base chakra, the sacral chakra, and our power chakra. A brief overview of how they control it. The base chakra, they control it by fight or flight, the survival response. And for you to take back control of that chakra is for you to realize that you're okay, like life is okay. You're living every day, like you're waking up, you have a roof over your head, like the basic security of your life. Like your family's close by, especially us, we're so family centered. We're family centric country. The next one is the sacral chakra, how they control us in the sacral chakra. The sexual chakra is how they over sexualize everything. Hi Marga. How they over sexualize everything. Hey Teo, hey Taig, hey Nika, everyone else who jumped in. How they control the sexual, over sexualizing everything, like from the food that we eat, commercials, like if you notice how they do it subliminally, like they leave traces of like how the dicks and like how things look like a vagina. But if you think about it, like if it's in God's creation, it's really gonna be there. Like a papaya or like a fruit, if you cut it open, it looks like a vagina because that's the creation of God. But they over sexualize it. They over sexualize it to a point that it makes you think about sex, right? But you're not supposed to. It's just creation. That's how it is. That's how things were made. And how they make identities out of your sexuality. That's how they keep you vibing on that chakra, on that frequency. Hey bro, how about asexual people? How are they affected by that chakra? Asexual people make their identity revolve around their sexuality, which is part also of the ego. Like they get lost of who they are and they question themselves, and then they base themselves, like they make their character, they revolve it around their sexuality, which I think shouldn't be. Like both man and woman, we have both sexes within us. We have both energies. Like let's say like gay guys are leaning towards their feminine side, which is okay. And like dykes, they lean on their masculine side, but they're female in physical form. And gay dudes are feminine energies in masculine form. But if we think about it, if we remove ourselves from that, it's we all have the yin and yang. The yin being the feminine, the yang being the masculine. And within the yin is the yang, within the yang is the yin. We have those energies, we just have to balance it out. And once it's balanced out, that's when our superhuman strength comes from. I'm trying to connect the chakras with Maslow's hierarchy of needs that leads up to self-actualization. Is self-actualization also the goal of the chakras? In a way, yes. Self-actualization, but the most thing that we have to understand is the respect within each other, that we are all God within each and every one. Like even the plants, like we were saying yesterday, even the plants, even the animals. Like if you acknowledge the divine in them, then you'll acknowledge the divine within yourself. The closer you get to your divinity, the closer you'll get to the divinity of everything else. And it's normal. For the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it kind of resonates. It resonates. Actually, if you think about it, like our chakras, our 7 chakras, resonate with a lot of things. Like how there are 7 notes in 7 notes in music. There are 7 chakras. There are, what else are the 7 emotions? I'm not sure if the hierarchy of needs are 7 also. I can search it, but yeah, maybe later. If anyone can pop it up, like that would be a lot of help. But there are a lot of things that resonate that are 7. Yes, 7 notes. 7 notes in the scale, exactly. Like, and then there are 7, like, even in the dimensions. Each chakra connects to a dimension. There are 7 main chakras, but in totality, there are actually abundance of chakras beyond. It's just the 7 that we know in our physical forms, and within those chakras, just like the notes, there are octaves. In between those notes, they're like, just like, yes, exactly, 7 colors of the rainbow. The 7 colors also on our chakras. Yeah, and haven't you noticed like that LGBT flag? It's upside down of the actual chakra system, because how the devil works is they always put everything upside down to confuse humanity. But the more we realize, the more we get to see that the lies, that they feed us. So yeah, like seven notes, just like a piano. Before you get to the next octave, there are, I don't know how many keys, but that's how it works in dimensions. Like within each dimension, so let's say from the 3rd dimension to the 4th dimension, I think those are 13 keys, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but there are 13 keys, or 12 keys, which is also 12 is the totality of something. You notice how 12 from AM to PM, there are 12 hours in the day and 12 hours of the night. There are 12 semitones to an octave. There are 12 semitones to an octave. There are 12 angels. The Knights of the Round Table, I think there are also 12, right? Because the 13th is always God, or the totality of everything is always God. That's why there's 12. And now we're talking about the heart chakra, the key to everything, one of the largest keys to everything. The 3rd eye is supposedly about the Cabal and their oppression about the number 6. The number 6 is the number of man. That's how they get people confused. That's how they keep us confused, or they want us to worship man. Like that's why they put Jesus Christ, or they always make you worship a king, but they don't make you worship the kingdom. How they make you worship, in every sport there's one king, or in everything there's a king, but that king is man. That's how they confuse us. 6 in there, wait, let me draw it for you. Nikolai Tesla said the secret to that's why 6 looks like a spiral, confusion. In a way, yeah. That's a good observation. I've never observed that yet. In what do you call this? Nikolai Tesla said the secret to the universe is 369. 3 being the female, 6 being the male, and 9 being God. The infinity sign. The infinity sign, it never hits. I don't know, I forgot how to draw it, but 369 never hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Anyway, 369 is supposed to be the secret to the universe. 3 being the female, 6 being the male, and 9 being God. And everything else just... Maybe I can save that for the next topic. Let's save that for the next topic. God and numbers. So yeah, like that's how the devil keeps us confused. They make us worship man, like how they say the Bible says, he now the mark of the beast is the number of man, number 666. But that's what they want us. That's what the devil wants us to do. He wants us to focus on man, 666. But the secret of the universe is 369. 3 being female, 6 being the male, 9 being God. It's actually also part of how the universe was made. Numbers 9 is supposed to be the border between the infinite. After number 9 is just a mix of every singular number. It's like the cliff looking towards the vast infinity of numbers. That's why 9 is God. He is the infinite. So back to our heart chakra. The heart is supposed to be where our center, like when we do yoga or when we do anything, they always, or yoga, so let's put it in the terms of yoga, always put yourself back to your heart center, because that's where your electromagnetic field or your aura, that's where it starts. That's where your creation started. Like it goes the Taurus field or the infinity sign, which is also connected. That's where it comes from. The infinity sign, if you look at it in different angles, is your Taurus field, which goes out to everything around us, and everything around us has this Taurus field. It also has a center. It also has a heart. We just don't study it as much. Like a crystal has a center. Crystals, they're living things too. They have their own intelligence. The pyramids were made from the 369. If you look at it this way, you can make the circle and the yin and the yang within, and that's how the ancient Egyptians or whoever created the pyramids too. So back to the heart center. The heart is where almost our electromagnetic field comes from. Like the electricity that the heart can make is way stronger than the electricity that the brain can make. Like the pumping motion of the heart, it creates a whole wider energy field. That's where our auras come from. That's where the center comes from. So if you have a broken heart, or like if you're feeling down, or all these negative emotions, it affects your Taurus field, it affects your aura, it affects a lot of things. And in a way, these negative entities get to manipulate you easier. That's why it's so much easier to succumb to addiction and succumb to negative emotions like envy and stuff like this when you have a broken heart. So that's why we have to heal from these past traumas. We have to heal from these negative emotions. Just heal. Like, especially now, like the theme of 2020 has been healing, right? Like everyone's just healing. Like, we're all helping each other heal, and this is my way of helping you guys heal. Because in a way, I think I'm in a good place, and it hurts to see like so many people just in a really dark place and seeing yourself in a good place. Of course, like humanity, our most basic instinct is empathy. We were just taught that it's not true, but it is true. Like we are empaths. I feel everyone's energy around me, and sometimes you guys feel someone's energy. Like when you feel that someone's down, you can feel it right away. And empathy goes so deep to the point that your friend feels or what this person feels, you feel it too, like on a very deep level, and it's disturbing to think that someone else can feel that way. So when you're healing, it's about feeling the emotion, feeling it, but don't be it. Don't be the emotion. Don't be the emotion. Like one way or another in our lifetime, like something's gonna happen, right? Like we can't always be up. Sometimes we're gonna be down. And the thing is, you shouldn't let that negative emotion drag you down. It's like, feel it, acknowledge it, and then let it go. Like, there are so many other things to focus on. Like how people were focusing on, let's bring COVID for a collective consciousness of something happening. There were people who were focusing on the people dying and like all of these things, and like they were feeling so bad about it, and it affects them negatively. But there were also people who were seeing the positive in what was happening, and like how the earth was healing, and like how it brought people to their senses that they had to live a healthier life. Like so many people were making Zoom classes of workouts, and it was nice. Like it was nice to see. Like it was nice to experience that kind of connection between everyone. Like we were all looking out for each other, right? And in God's realm or God's reality, He made everything to regenerate. Like everything innate or everything in this world was made to regenerate. Like a tree was made to regenerate. Let's say, for example, like Australia burned down. Like the forests burned down. Even these other forests burned down. But what happened after a couple of days? The forest started regenerating. Like even Venice, those Venice canals, it regenerated. What else regenerated? Like everything started regenerating. Because everything in God's creation regenerates. Even us, even our broken hearts, it regenerates. And sometimes when it regenerates, it goes beyond that regeneration, that it heals, and it teaches other people to heal, or teaches other things to heal. That's why, like, on our topic yesterday, solar plexus, we eat. The solar plexus is connected to our gut, and our gut is our second brain, supposedly. And that's why what we eat, it teaches our bodies to do what it's supposed to do, like regenerate, basically. The theme of what we're talking about. That's why if you want to heal, start eating plants, because they'll teach you how to regenerate. They'll teach your body how to regenerate. There are other things that, like what we were talking about a while ago, the seven colors of the rainbow are also connected to the 7 colors on our chakras. And each chakra has a food that heals it. That's why, like it's like how we perceive things. Like an apple is red. I'm curious about your diet, Dom. Are you vegan? I am pescatarian, but most of my food is veggies. Like I love veggies. Greens is my biggest portion of what I eat. And fruits, I eat fruits. I eat the seeds, because seeds grow from the ground. Like that teaches our body, teaches us how to regenerate. And like each color of the chakra is connected to like food. We perceive things to be purple, like grapes or like eggplant. They're purple, but to us they're purple for a reason. They're supposed to unlock or like help heal the purple chakra. Or let's say oranges are orange because they also help the solar plexus. The greens are greens because they help our heart. And sometimes like a carrot looks like an eye, which is also like good for our eyes and also good for our power chakra, like stuff like that. Everything in this world teaches us to regenerate. Everything that God made, God likes adding and multiplying. The devil likes subtracting and dividing. That's why he divides us. He divides us by race, he divides us by color, he divides us by religion. It's all of that. It's the devil's game. The body heals, the mind heals, the heart heals. Once healed, bones heal, everything heals. Like our bodies are smarter than it's supposed to when we think of it. Like just by breathing, you can cure asthma, you can cure PTSD, you can cure so many other things just by breathing. You can anxiety, sleep disorders, all of that can be healed by breathing. You can actually bring yourself to a different state of consciousness when you're breathing. You can actually kind of get yourself high on breathing. There's a way. I can teach you guys if you guys want that on a lesson. Just let me know. And like, if you guys, I'm the only one who can see your comments anyway. So if you guys have suggestions or like things you guys want to learn, just let me know in the comments, and we can make it for the next succeeding classes. So yesterday you guys wanted to learn how to manifest, right? So I'm going to teach you how to manifest, which connects to the theme of our learning. Before we go there, I'm going to take a quick break. I'm just going to get the drinks. So, are you guys good? Like, is this how are you guys doing? It's made from indigenous honey, which has enzymes like probiotics. It's kind of like kombucha. I'm gonna be coming out with it soon. Yeah, dude, bro. So I'm gonna teach you how to manifest. It's manifesting is kind of like magic. Thanks, guys. So I'm gonna teach you how to manifest. Manifesting is kind of like magic. First, you have to heal, because once you want to manifest something, you can't have negative emotions. Everything has to be positive in your life. I'm not saying like, I'm not promoting toxic positivity. Like I said a while ago, you feel negative, feel it. Don't embrace it, don't make it you. Feel it, and after feeling it, let it pass. Think, then focus back on the positive. So when you manifest, it's a constant consciousness of keeping yourself in a positive light. Like you always have to keep yourself in a positive mindset. Like if you want to manifest something, you have to say it like it's already done, like it's already there. Let's say I don't know if you guys checked out the magic on my stories, but like if you want to manifest for rain, or we can collectively manifest rain, you have to already smell the rain, like it's already there. Like you already have to feel it on your skin, you already have to see it, and that sound it makes. Imagine all of those things all at the same time, and just keep yourself in that thought while you're meditating. Just keep yourself there and like embrace it and just be it. Be the rain. Like it, funny as it sounds, like be it. Like it should be you. Like you are a part of nature. You are the rain. You are the sun. You are the moon. You are everything in this world. Don't wait for a guy to tell you that, or like that is the reality of life. You are everything in this world. And anything that you're trying to manifest, don't think about the opposite. Like if you're trying to manifest rain, like don't think of the opposite, like it's not gonna rain, because that just entirely just breaks your flow. Like be it. Like if it's in your brain, eventually it's gonna manifest in reality, in the physical. So when we're healing, like, this is the big keys. Like let go of the past. Like first you gotta dig deep. Like you gotta dig really deep. The key is to learning from the inner child. Like what are we as adults? Like yes, always claim it and always embrace it. That is the law of attraction. Like the inner child is key. Like what are we as adults? Aren't we just like still children by heart? Like don't you feel like you're more open when you're more open with someone? It's like it's so much easier to be like a child. It's like so much easier to be a kid and be innocent. Like bring yourself back to that innocence. Like you should forgive whatever came by your way, or like accept who you really are, like stuff like that. Like just be yourself, love yourself to love every quirk, like love everything about yourself, even like the crooked smile that you have, or like the funny hair that just pops out that doesn't want to go down. Like accept it, embrace it, that's you. Whatever quirks you have or stuff like that, that's you, man. Like that's how God made you. Accept it, love it. Makes you you. Do you want to be fucking copy paste of people on TV? Fuck that, man. There's a reason why you are you. Like speak your truth. Be you so enough to talk about the things that you find true in your life. Like if it doesn't resonate with your truth, let go. Like if it's just because of conditioning, like social conditioning, or like because this is what our elders told us to do, let it go, man. If it's not you, it's not you. Like trust the universe. Trust the universe. Trust what the universe is telling you. Those thoughts in your head, like if it's like a sign of danger, trust it. Trust it. That's your intuition. There's nothing stronger than your intuition. And your intuition is your connection to God. Like, you know those times na parang, fuck, I should have done this and I should have listened to myself, blah blah blah. Because it's true, you should have. Like you should have taken that risk, or you should have done that crazy thing that you thought you would never do. You gotta do it. And trust yourself, trust the universe. And exactly, the universe always provides. Everything that multiplies is an abundance. It's the abundance mindset. Everything in this world is in abundance. This goes against this is unpopular opinion. Like even our water, but actually it's in science. But even our water is abundant. Like they just make scarcity. They make scarcity a thing because scarcity is supposed to sell. Like if something's scarce, then it's easier to put a price on it. Say hello, Kuchan. It's easier to put a price on something when it's scarce. Like, but it's not true. Nothing's scarce in this world. Like, understand yourself. That's another thing. Understanding yourself is also understanding what God made for you. Like, understanding everything about you. Like, and this is how, like what I'm saying now is how we heal. Like, we should expand our awareness about everything that's going on, or like awareness of other people, that empathy, that innate human response of love comes from empathy. Okay? Make your own decisions. You don't have to make decisions based on popular opinions, because they're just opinions. Like you have your own mind. You're going through this world on a different scale. Like you're going through your own thing. Like if you can't go through it, then it's fine, man. You don't have to explain yourself. That's you. And follow what you love. Follow it with all your heart. Like if it makes you happy, if it brings you joy, these are the things that you have to push. Like these are the things that you have to follow. Like if it's not bringing you joy, that's not connecting to your higher purpose. If it always brings you like sakit ng ulo, or like after the whole week you just feel weak, that's not calling you to your higher purpose. It's just taking you lower, keeping you in the lower vibration, the third dimension. If you want to get to the fifth dimension, you have to follow what you love and follow it with your whole heart. And like I was saying a while ago, I'm not promoting toxic positivity. Like if you make your mistakes, it's fine. Like learn the lessons, own your mistake, learn the lessons, say sorry. Everyone makes mistakes, man. That's what makes us human. Cliche as it sounds, like it makes us human, right? What are other ways to heal? Like try to remember the things that brought you joy when you were a kid, things that brought you happiness, and things that you love, that you found was your first love. It's never too late to go back to your first love. Things that bring you happiness. The heart has so much DNA. Like it holds so much secrets. It holds so much secrets, man. Like there's a crazy thing happening, and we feel it. I feel it. You feel it. Everyone feels it. Age. Everyone feels it. Like it's happening, and there's no stopping it. Like what we were saying about the Mayan calendar, and how we're actually 8 years ahead. It's actually supposed to be 2012. You have simple things, and don't ever forget what you give you, that pure bliss without taking anything. Yes, we give without expecting anything in return, but the law of karma is true, that whatever you bring out comes back tenfold. It's amazing. The 2012 thing about ending the world, it's not the age. It's not about the world ending per se. It's just that ignorance is ending. Third dimension is ending. That's what's ending. That world is ending. The next world is coming through the fifth dimension, and it's close, so close. And just keep putting out love, keep putting out all these higher vibrations. Like, if you find someone who needs help, help him. If you find someone who needs love, give them love. And if they give you pain, just remember that they're coming from a place of hurt, and you're coming from a place of abundance, from love, and it's okay. Let them learn their lesson. You can take your distance. You can keep your distance from that person so that they can learn their lesson, and then hopefully in the future they come back around. But always just give love. Like, it shouldn't show less of you. It should show more of you. Like, it should strengthen you. Because the love that we get is unconditional from God. You know, it's unconditional, and that's type of love that we try to achieve or try to give in return. The abundance of love. So, are there anything you guys want to learn about, or any? All good things stem from love, of course, man. Like, that vibration or that frequency is amazing. The things that come back, the people around, like, you guys are here because of love, and I'm here talking to you because of love. And that infinite love and light is just within us, and we know it's within us, and we're trying to unlock it together. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Or anything you guys want to ask? Let's take a quick commercial for this singing bowl. It's good that you talk about frequencies because we resonate with different frequencies. Yes, we do. And the people, even though as hard as you try to explain yourself to them and they don't understand you, it's because they're in a different frequency. And we can't force our frequency on them. We can just show them, like, we're on this frequency, but if they're on a different frequency, they won't hear us. And feelings vibrate on different frequencies. Yes, they do. That has been the theme. And if you we're about to end, actually, like, time. How long has it been? Is there anything else you guys wanna know about from what we talked about today? If you guys didn't catch all of that, like, I'll put it on my IG story. And I'm gonna upload it everywhere. So if you guys want to go back to it and take down notes, just feel free to do so. It would also help if you guys checked online on about these things. Unrelated, where did you buy your singing bowl? This is tuned to I think the A note. I got it off Lazada, but before I bought it from Lazada, I went to a store to check the different notes, so I know which one I wanted. This one's tuned to the note A. before I leave you guys with this knowledge, cool, I read somewhere mine should be B. Check out Lazada, they have it. And it's cheap on Lazada. Before we close, I just want to say like a passage of one of the things that I live by. Only in pain did I find my will. Only in chaos did I find to be still. Only in fear did I find to be my might. Only in darkness did I find my light. Love and light, brothers and sisters. Adonai. Thanks guys. Thank you so much.